And we are live. Hello and welcome to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, also your host, and my co-host every week is my brother Pedro.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Pedro Ruiz, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show we combine 3D printing, DIY electronics. We try to make inspirational projects for you folks. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and kick off the show with a lovely coupon code. That's right, today's coupon code is Ninjaflex. So if you want to check out anything in the order, make sure you pop this in the coupon box so that you get 10% off your order. This works on everything except gift certificates and subscriptions. But we have some really cool free deals going on. This is the housekeeping part of the show. Let's do some housekeeping. For orders $99 or more, you get this right here. Check it out. I got the website loaded. Haha! You get a free half-size Perma Proto. That's the Adafruit Perma Proto half-size breadboard. For orders that are $200 or more, you get free continental shipping, U.S. continental shipping, UPS ground. For orders that are $299 or more, you get the Perma Proto, you get the free shipping, and you get the Circuit Playground Express. Very cool. Supplies last. Go to adafruit.com/free. Hey, guess what? It's the holidays. Adafruit.com/holiday is going to give you all of the holidays that Adafruit celebrates and has days off. And you're going to see here domestic orders, UPS ground, 3-day, 2-day, next day, even USPS. I'll tell you when are the deadlines. The deadlines are like tomorrow. You got like 2 days. You got December 7th. That's the last day you're going to get your stuff if you do ground, UPS. If you do Thursday, if you want it before the 13th, you'll need a 3-day. And you can just look at this section here that I'm going to highlight with my text. Those are the sections, those are the numbers you want to look at. So if you're, even if you're not celebrating anything, if you want to work on a project, maybe while you're on break and you don't have the parts, you're going to be real sad. So you need to get the parts now while supplies last. So
supplies will not last.
They will not last.
Hurry up, put that in, that order in today. I gotta make sure I put in my last minute gifts in today.
Yeah, I gotta get some aluminum from the shop. Same day delivery is an option for the fine folks in the New York City area. Certain zip codes apply. Go to the website for that one. CircuitPython meeting happens every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It gets it's recorded live in front of a live studio audience called Discord. You can check out the Discord channel. It's where it's sit on and listen to the team talk about the latest developments in CircuitPython, share your projects, that sort of stuff too. So check it out every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
I'm glad you brought up that it is this live studio audience because you do have the ability to participate. Go into the chat
the
channel,
Discord channel.
Scroll all the way down the left side where all the channels are listed and go into the CircuitPython meeting every week.
That's right. If you want some more stuff, we got daily newsletters. You got to subscribe to this. We don't spam you, so you got to opt into this one. Adafruitdaily.com, standalone website. Pick and choose the categories you want. My favorite: maker, business, and CircuitPython. Also 3D printing. The new newsletter this happens once a week, product focused. Adafruit.com/newsletter, and there you go. Another piece of coolness: the jobs board is open and running really, really nicely. So please check it out if you are looking for employment. You can see here we got a lot of new companies that are adding new positions, seeking new employees. We got Quip looking for a lead electrical engineer, Hackaday still looking for the community manager, and you've got some fun stuff like social media content manager at DNA Lounge. Very, very cool. Python, the Raspberry Pi Foundation is looking for folks. ingenious design. A lot of different companies that I have never seen, ever heard of, are posting their job offerings. So if you have not made a skill, if you've not made a profile and you are looking for some side gigs or maybe a new gig, please consider checking out jobs.adafruit.com. There you go, that's the website. Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. That's not the end of the show, I'm just saying we do the show every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. This is episode 213. So we've been doing this a little bit. So thank you guys again. Coupon code is Ninjaflex. I am pretty much done with the housekeeping. I can drink my coffee. Pedro, what's up?
Saying what's up. Hello to everybody in the chat rooms. Over up on the YouTube, we got Seth Kirby hanging out. Tom Brown.
Hello.
GeoGuards Creations.
GeoGuards
Creations. Over on the Facebook, we got Anthony hanging out.
Hello.
Works on all of our website stuff. Say hello to him there. Also on the Facebooks. Sorry. On the Discord, we also have Mr. Certainly hanging out.
Hello.
Traegar and Andy Calloway
Hello,
hanging
folks.
out in a Discord. You guys can join us after the show. Add us there for any questions. We'll be available.
Sweet. Okay.
Go ahead and kick it off into this week's super cool, useful project.
Yeah, this week it's a NeoTrellis project. You know, NeoTrellis is the latest hotness from Adafruit, and we're having a lot of fun with it. I've been spending a lot of time with it, and it comes as a kit. It has the M4 chipset. It's got a 4x8 NeoPixel buttons, elastomer. It comes in this really nice acrylic case, and I've been playing around with it so much that I wanted to make it more comfortable to hold in my hands. So we can do that with flexible filaments. This is a flexible material called Ninjaflex. There's also some other ones in the market, but it's basically TPU filament. This is a 3D printed bumper for the Trellis. So I've been playing a lot, and I hold it in my hands like this, as one would, and it hurts my hands, because without this, the edges are pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's a little bit more extra work to add the chamfers to the acrylic casing, so we thought we'd add a bumper.
That's right.
To help it out.
Yes, exactly. So
this is one of those projects where you don't want to completely 3D print the enclosure. It just makes sense to leave it in the acrylic enclosure.
You're so right on that.
And then add a bumper on top.
It was super fun to design it because I got to play around with different shapes. On the outside, I've got these little kind of sparky things going on. And you know, if you're going to make a case, why not make it, give it some depth, give it some texture? So I did that by making these things. Now this material is super awesome. It's very floppy, and you can crunch it up like this, and it'll retain its shape. You can run it over with a car. It'll be fine. Ninjaflex is awesome, and sometimes it can be challenging to 3D print. So we have a learn guide on how to print Ninjaflex. That's right. We've done so many projects with Ninjaflex before. And one of our favorite things to do with it is to make a bumper for our devices, because it adds protection and comfortability to it. But there's a lot of stuff you can do to it. So you could add loop rings to it, for example, to make it wearable or a satchel or something like that. So our Learn Guide just kind of walks through the material that we're using. The 3D Printing Ninjaflex Guide is a standalone guide, has a video that accompanies it. Has a lot of data and a lot of different tips and helpful things to consider when using TPU-based materials. Here are some slice settings that I have that we used on our Ultimaker 3 using the TPU profile. Now, there's different types of shore hardnesses when it comes to flexible filament. Mainly you have 85A and 95A. Sometimes you'll hear us talk about Cheetah. Cheetah is the style of Ninjaflex that uses the 95A shore hardness. It's a little bit less elastic, a little bit more rigid. It prints faster and it prints better. But you have some trade-offs where it's not as comfortable, it's not as soft, it's not as grippy as well. So if you have a Bowden setup and you're new to Ninjaflex and flexibles, I would suggest starting off with Cheetah because you're going to have better. You're probably going to have a better experience with it, and then you can start dialing your settings for something that's Ninjaflex, more rubbery. The printers that we have in the shop, the Ultimaker is definitely our hands down the workhorse machine that we use to make everything, but also in the lower budget range is the Monoprice Inventor 2 3D printer. This thing is awesome. It printed this very case here, the purple one that you see here in the overhead. This one was printed on the Monoprice Inventor 2 by FlashForge. It is one of the best Ninjaflex printers that we had, and it's awesome. It pretty much works out of the box. There are some slice settings that you can do to make it even better. But for the most part, it's literally like zero cleanup. There's no excess string. You can have retraction turned on. You just want to print a little bit slower around the 30 millimeter range, 30 millimeters a second range. But you definitely have some good, get some really great results with that printer. Very awesome. You know, I printed it in a lot of different colors just to kind of make sure that all the different pigments and stuff are about the same, and they really are. And we carry quite a few different flexibles in the shop, so let's go take a look at that. We have a category called flexible filaments. This one is going to just filter out all of the filaments that are flexible. We have them in different diameters, different colors. The Inventor is a 175 millimeter diameter printer, but the Ultimakers are the 2.85 or sometimes 3 millimeter diameter filaments, and they're all labeled as such here. So this one, for example, it says right in the name Cheetah, so you're going to know this one is going to print faster, print more reliably, but it won't have the elasticity or won't have that grip to it. But it is definitely flexible, very flexible, a little bit more rigid, but it makes really good shapes. Like the printers and nozzles can handle it much better just because of the shore hardness. But we got a lot of different types, colors really. So check them out. Fairly priced as well. And you can get 10% off on that if you want. So if you haven't played with flexible filaments yet, definitely consider checking it out. Ninjaflex. So back over to the guide. Outside of the settings and stuff, the CAD files, the source files are all available. I have a layer by layer tutorial on how I designed it in Fusion 360. It's a nice kind of 10-minute long tutorial that walks you through all the steps of building your own, taking the artwork from the laser cut vector files, bringing it into Fusion, doing extrusions, and considering about 3D printing, so overhang geometry, adding chamfers to those, some things like that to consider when designing something or just getting started out. So check that out. I also have a layer by layer YouTube playlist that covers a lot of different things. Probably my favorite one is the snap fit tutorial, which is a lot of folks seem to really like. So you make snap fit enclosures and then Ninjaflex bumpers. So there you go. We also have the PCB files and the enclosure laser cut files available. They're on GitHub. You can get them now if you want to make a completely custom design or a completely custom enclosure for the NeoTrellis M4. You can do that. We have all those source files completely open source, which is awesome. Now I'm looking at the side here, and I'm thinking about this cable that we have. Why do I have this cable here? Well, I've been using my NeoTrellis a lot with the new iPad Pro 11-inch, and the iPad Pro has a USB-C connector on it. So I wanted to have a really clean way to connect the NeoTrellis M4 into the iPad, and this cable is exactly what I needed. It's really short, it's 1 foot, 0.3 meters. And it has a USB-C connector on one end and a microUSB on the other end, and that allows me to connect directly into the iPad. There it is, directly into the iPad without any dongles or anything like that. So the really nice cable. It's thin, has data.
Perfect length.
Yeah, perfect length.
Not too big, not too small.
Not too big, not too small. It works out really well with this iPad. So the iPad is also a 3D printed bumper with Ninjaflex Cheetah. This one's a little bit different. Last week we showed you guys the project. We've actually updated it even more. So now it supports, it totally supports connectivity. Charging. The pencil. The pencil would snap in there, but it wasn't charging because there's too much material in the way. Mm-hmm. So what Pedro did was he cut this open. He did something really special too. Not only can you use Ninjaflex, but you can mix it with other materials. So using dual extrusion, this area here is hard PLA. The back here is also hard PLA, I believe. And then the rest of it is flexible. So you can combine the two, especially with a dual extruder, you can make this where it needs to be rigid in this area, but it needs to retain its flexibility, i.e. these buttons here, you can press them in, and they have a really nice feeling to them because they're flexible, and you can do this geometry that hugs onto other things and clips onto that. So that's the update that we did to the iPad bumper. It has a good spot for the Apple Pencil, which I've been using a lot. I didn't think I would use it, but my goodness, is it such a great precision tool for writing notes. So I've been using this to write a lot of notes. One of the latest things I worked on is a song called Triangles that I published on the Adafruit SoundCloud. If you were into kind of drum and bassy type music, it's been a lot. I come in here, I'll do an edit, and then you can fine tune some of these notes. For example, you got a snare there, and then you can change velocity and things, all without your chunky meaty finger getting in the way. So I really like this Apple Pencil for that. Very, very neat. But that's the Apple Pencil. NeoTrellis. It's been a lot of fun experimenting with it because you can customize your own mapping. And what I like to do is not know what the mapping is. So I come up with different sounds and different, it's typical patterns that you tend to follow all the time can kind of lead you in a trap, right? Where you're like doing the same notes over and over again. But with something like the Trellis, you can really get creative and just kind of get lost in these new notes and things. So
it's sort of having like a performance mode and writing mode.
Exactly.
Like somewhere in between, we're able to perform the notes that you're writing.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun experimenting with it. And this is the GarageBand, Apple's GarageBand. It's a free piece of software. It works really well with the Trellis. It just works out of the box. I'm trying to get that audio really loud. And it's, it has the accelerometer, so you can do expression, pitch tones, modulations, and things. A lot of funness to it. So what's going on here is you get like an LFO cutoff that's happening. When I move it up, it kind of has it all the way. When I turn it down, it kind of gets rid of the cutoff. And then pitch works the other way, so going on this direction. And you can mix the two. And a very natural feeling to do that.
And this answers the question of why we've been coming out with so many NeoTrellis projects. It's too fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially for folks that aren't into music. I think they can have a lot of fun with it, and folks that are into music can use it as a tool. So many different things in it. We have so many different guides now. Huge shout out to John Park, who's been whipping out like a NeoTrellis project every week, which is awesome.
Sometimes 3 a week.
Sometimes 3 a week. So if you go over to the website, you can sign up now and get notified when these guys are back in stock, because they are not in stock right now. We apologize for that, but we thank you for buying it, all the folks that did buy it. It's awesome. Here are all the projects that are currently available. Code is out there because it uses, it can use CircuitPython. It's using the M4 chipset. You can switch between different bootloaders. So you can switch between CircuitPython, Arduino, and other things. So that's awesome. And a lot of them are kind of frozen UF2 files that you drag onto the drive. You plug this into your computer, it shows up like a USB drive, and then you can just quickly change out the program to make anything else. A game. We have games. We have very useful
programs.
Things.
We have app switchers.
Just very fun things. The Christmas soundboard is a really fun one where it just uses audio wave files to play back sweet sounds. So if you wanted to make something cool where it just played back sounds, you can do that because it has an audio jack built onto it, an amplifier, of course. So that's really cool. Many different types of MIDI. We have BLE MIDI coming. Definitely have to check that out. We have Dice Roller, And John Park's latest one is, I don't know if it's in here, but yeah, it is. It's called the Launch Deck Trellis M4, and this is just a way to kind of create macros and things to use it as a control surface for non-music things. So you have colors and you have feedback, you know, from the colors. Very, very sweet. So John walks through some of the different demos and things in this YouTube video that you can check out if you haven't already. And fairly straightforward. A lot of different examples using Automator for Mac OS, or for Windows using, let's see, Auto Hotkey in the Windows land. So a lot of different things you can do with it. So as a control surface, the thing is pretty awesome. So check it out. A lot of different fun things that we can do with the Trellis. For me, it's exclusively just a MIDI device for me. But it can be anything I want it to, you know? If I want to just have it be a fun plaything, I can turn it into that really, really easily. A lot of funness with the NeoTrellis. You can make it whatever you want. And there's stuff already out there for you, so man, this is too cool.
I know, sorry for people that are looking for it. Some of the distributors in the UK, I think they've all sold out of the kits. I think the best thing to probably do is just click on that, notify me when more are added to stock.
Yeah.
These are flying off the shelves as soon as you can stock them.
So I can't keep up with it.
I know.
So much progress is being done with it. I got a bumper. That's all I got. I'll make a song and bumper and try to digest as the world moves ahead. It's great. So shout out to John Park. He's in the chat room right now.
Yes. Huge shout out.
Just the passion that he has for synths and stuff it's contagious. Very cool.
Super awesome. Man, utilitarian.
It's too cool, man. Like, back up.
Don't forget, coupon code this week is Ninjaflex if you want to save 10% off. Don't forget, you already saved 10% off the Ninjaflex that we stock. I think it's the cheapest of any store.
Who else sells
anywhere.
it for $30? We're crazy to do this, but we buy them by the pallets because y'all buy it so much, so we can give you the price discount to you. It's normally $50 retail. Somehow we're able to sell for 30.
And I believe we still have some of the printers on sale, or did they all sell out? I think one of them is still available, the BCN Sigma.
Yeah, what's the category in that? Just 3D printing?
It's 3D printing, category 245. Check it out there.
There you go.
So you get that, plus 10%, free shipping. Don't miss out.
Yeah, free shipping and 10% off a printer. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, definitely the inventor is really nice for Ninjaflex. And it fits on the bed too, like edge to edge. Like this is probably the biggest you can fit on this guy, on this printer.
Yeah.
Auto leveling, it's Wi-Fi connected, touchscreen is really responsive. Different types of materials, 175 material, which is what most filaments are in. It's like lit and fully enclosed, has a door, has filament detection, all that for a pretty decent price, sub $1,000. It's pretty good. I wish we had this when we were first starting out. We had a lot of successful prints, I tell you. And pretty good slicer as well. The Flash Forge slicer is really good.
They've actually updated it several times since we've had it.
Yeah.
Finally. Thanks, John.
Hey.
Saying shout out to the bumper and Bison printing it.
Sweet.
Yes, it could be a little bit tricky printing the elastic filaments.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a spool of Ninjaflex, and maybe it's like a year old, you don't know how old it is, maybe get a new one, because they kind of, And
then Kirby had a good advice
moisture
on getting that food dehydrator. I think he sent us a link on one too. We'll have to try it out.
Yeah, we definitely
nicely fits a spool.
Or you can DIY your own, but you want to keep it with desiccants in it,
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Cool. Moving on to this week's, what are my show notes here? Prototyping? Are we prototyping?
Yeah, what are you prototyping? We're going to run through some quick prototyping stuff. Pedro's got something, and then I'll show something real quick.
Did you load that that image on there, or that video on there for the Grinch? We'll do a little preview of that.
Let me do that real quick.
So while you're looking for that,
while you're doing that,
yeah, we finally.
Do you want an overhead real quick? Do overhead while I'm building this.
Finally, using our 3D printed make-dos for mounting Circuitpython Ground Express servo for a super fun holiday project. We're bringing up the preview here. You might have seen it on some of the socials, Twitter, Instagram. I posted. Right? Should be in the clip folder for that.
Grab it.
But yeah, we've been wanting to make a really good project for these, and since it's a completely cardboard like building
one,
of
right?
it.
The red one?
Yeah.
That one?
There we go.
All right, let's load it up. Are you guys ready for this?
Show it off.
Ba-da-bum.
Yeah, so super fun project for the holidays. It is a Grinch fireplace, cardboard fireplace. So the entire thing is constructed out of just regular cardboard. Got some NeoPixel strips on there connected to a Circuit Playground Express servo. And what we have here is underneath the rug, we have a little switch that we built out of cardboard and tinfoil. So when you walk over it to go try to grab the Grinch, he'll go away. Do a little loop on that. Play that again.
Trying. It says it's looping, and then like that ain't looping.
Oh, there you go. Super fun project. We'll take a look at this next week. Nice construction of making a nice little faux fireplace. Seems to be a popular project for this time of the year.
Yeah,
especially for us down here, we don't have a fireplace.
Yeah, for folks that don't have fireplaces, it's pretty neat. It's sort of becoming our little family tradition to
yeah, we did
take
one
the
last
big
year.
TV box or whatever box we have. Maybe it's most likely it's a printer.
Yeah.
Big printer box, and dice it in half so that you can create this very cool faux fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
People sell them and make kits and things. And
this actually cost, I think, was like $5
Yeah.
in cardboard. We just picked up some foam core to build
exactly. We started our first one last year. It's a lot of fun. Now we're doing it again this year. I think we're going to do this every year. We're going to try to pimp it out every single year. This is the year where we got to add a. Did you say it was Adafruit Cricket? So a robotics platform.
No. It's not Cricket. It's
not Cricket.
just a Circuit Playground
Right.
and a servo.
Okay.
Oh, and the new pixel
okay.
strip. And the cool thing
Sorry,
about it is that
I got confused because I thought it had sound effects as well. You could totally
you could
do that.
you could definitely do that.
You could do it with CircuitPython. It is a make code based project, so we're just dragging blocks around to create some cool stuff. And the secret here is creating sort of a pressure sensitive button here under the mat, which we document and we're working on the learn guide for this.
We'll take a look at it next week. The thing that I wanted to actually talk about at the start of it was that this is completely solderless. It's all done with alligator clips.
Which is great because we want people that have never played with electronics to be able to, with just the alligator clips, just clipping things together.
Exactly.
And worry about dressing it up and kind of the fun stuff, really.
So we'll take a look at that next week. A little techniques that we use for cutting and building.
Look at the Grinch. He's like, you can't get me, and he snakes away.
I love how it continues to scare like Gavin, my mom, and Brandy in the house.
Yeah,
like it was just there, the little fireplace going. She was cleaning up, stepped on it, scared the crap out of her because she didn't even think it was on.
Yeah, that's great. It's a very, very fun project. Very cool concept, too.
And of course, you can dress it up for Halloween or whatever other season. Make a bunny for Easter or whatever.
A bunny?
Whatever holiday we have to work on next.
Yeah. Cool. So that's what we're prototyping. We've got some other things going on. I'm working on a New Year's project.
Because it's super close.
So I'm trying to make a New Year's ball drop. So I'm working on this. This is half of a geodesic dome. And I'm just working through that. So as I scratch my head, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. But I'm using some extrusions. I'm designing a pulley that allow this to kind of move down. I have it over there. I'm not going to bring it over here because it's just, it'll fall apart. But it's basically a big upright 2020 aluminum extrusion and a pulley with a skate bearing. And hopefully we'll have a motor inside here with NeoPixels and stuff to illuminate this so you can drop. Probably a feather-based project with an RTC so that it can use time to drop as the countdown goes down. Is that how the ball drops work? Anyway, this is dual extruded. It's a lot of fun to design this in Fusion. A lot of crashes, but hey, we're here.
It's a pretty complex shape.
Kind of. And then you got some holes here for magnets and tabs for mounting another bracket in here. So I'm working through that. A lot of guessing and hoping it works. But hopefully we'll get
that would be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Yanni in the YouTube chat is saying I would make a super cool soccer ball.
Yeah, right. Like this crazy soccer ball. Maybe Ninjaflex printed or something.
That'd be pretty cool.
All my things broke. Oh yeah, because I turned off the auto switch as we were queuing up that video. I'm back now. All right, cool.
Andy Calloway is asking, does it make noise if you're referring to the Grinch project? No, but
it doesn't.
You can make it at.
Yeah.
You can make it.
It doesn't make any noise because it's mate code. Mate code lets you do like tones, like beep beeps, but
which
not
we can show
audio
off
waves.
For this week's community makes. Should we jump
into
that?
Let me pull up the thing here. All right, so we're going to community makes.
Yeah, wanted to show off this super awesome Circuit Playground Express ornament.
Yep,
3D printed.
Pulling it up. All right, so huge shout out to Newbook. Sorry, I don't know.
Kevin
Newber. Sorry, Kevin, if I butchered your name, but Kevin designed this really awesome tree ornament for the Circuit Playground Express.
He has a nice 10-minute video on explaining how he designed it. He gives away the Fusion 360 files and has some good printing techniques.
Yeah, so check this out. We're going to share it on the blog. We'll go to
this thing
overhead.
Is so awesome. What makes it so awesome is that you can access the buttons from the outside of the ornament.
Awesome. Yeah, so this has built-in buttons that print in place, and there's built-in support material that's customly designed to the design, to the shape.
I just finished printing out this topper that goes on there, and it has like these little spaces to like daisy chain them together. If we take a look on the inside, he has awesome little latch that is holding everything together and print-in-place buttons.
Yep, those are them.
So cool.
Yeah, very cool. They have these little end stops near the end that prevents them from being pushed all the way in or pushed all the way out, so they can't come out.
That's so awesome. And it prints in place.
Very smart techniques using chamfers and drafted angles to avoid support material.
Access to your USB.
Access to USB. Has like a hinge sort of thing that opens up. This is a very sweet design. Huge shout out to Kevin for sharing it with the community.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah, Paige is a huge fan. We 3D printed
well, it's the buttons that got me going, wow.
Yeah, they're great.
This is so cool.
Yeah. And printed in translucent material, PLA, just regular PLA. This will fit on most beds as it's pretty small.
Yeah.
Very, very fun. The screw top, have you tried it yet?
No, it literally just finished.
He also designed these right here are little, what did you call them? Detachable.
Oh yeah, little breakaway tabs for the wire.
You would break it away to allow wires to pass through. It's got that nice hook here. So if you're looking for a sweet kind of holiday themed project for your Circuit Playground, cool. Maybe an extra one, this is a great little case to test out, make it different.
I'm gonna make a necklace out of 3 of these.
Yeah,
so cool.
And of course we're gonna be sharing Kevin's work on the blog, but if you want to print it right away, here's the link to it. I'll put that in the chat right now, and YouTube.
I would recommend grabbing the Fusion file just so you could, because I didn't really need the support materials that he embedded into there.
He made a great video too, so I don't want to play all of it, but he walks through the design, right?
Walks through the design, some printing tips, removing the support material.
It's excellent. Excellent work, Kevin. Thank you so much. Sweet. Yeah, this is great.
Very awesome.
Cool. All right. Well, we're still in Community Makes.
This week's normally Tuesday.
Yeah, every week we take a design and from the community and we 3D print it and we make a little video about it. This week, it's the Clacker. So this is a print in place, 2 balls in a stick, I guess. Does it come with supports?
Old time toys. The only reason I needed supports here was because the print kept failing for whatever reason.
Yeah, we showed you guys last week. This was last week's week of the fail, or print of whatever we call it, fails. And it was a little difficult to print because of the bed adhesion, but more glue stick. That was the answer. So this is cool. There's some slow motion. Was it 240 frames a second on his iPhone, 4K or whatever, and it works really well. Yeah.
How clacky this Clacker is. Yeah. And here it is. So obviously what makes it super cool is that it's a print-in-place print, so all these detach very easily. They did a nice job on the offsetting, so these can rotate freely. And right off the bed, it rotates and clacks very good. The one trick to doing this is to make sure you have like at least a 28% infill so that your balls are heavy. Yeah. And I'll do that nice little, I don't want to get too annoying. Wait. Come on. There you go. super annoying sound from
love it.
childhood.
Yes.
Recreated now.
Yeah, so it is on Thingiverse, so it's a free download. It's from 3D Printing World, Thingiverse user. His name is John Mulleck. Check him out.
Excellent job in
Did an
designing
excellent
this.
job on this. Printed it in many colors. Also has a video about it. So
Oh
check
yeah,
it out.
that's right. Excellent video
You
as
could
well.
dual extrude it, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's excellent.
I think that'd be cool when you're doing that one motion where it's just, you know,
What if you
flipping
printed them
through.
in flexible? They wouldn't make any clacky noises. They'd just go boop, 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 boop.
That's a good idea, actually.
Anyway, very, very sweet. Anything that's print in place hinge is still like amazing to me. It's like, oh my gosh, this thing, you know,
Didn't
it
fail.
cannot be disassembled or reassembled because it was built this way.
Yeah.
Very, very neat. So check that out. That's this week's Time Lapse Tuesday. We got a link for you guys in the description. We'll be sharing it on the blog.
Perfect
tomorrow.
stocking stuffers
Yeah, man,
for the
that's fairly large,
holidays.
too.
Yeah, I did have to increase the scale, I think, by 150%. So
Oh,
it
really?
actually does
You made
print
it bigger?
smaller. Yeah, I did make
Wow.
this bigger.
Oh, I didn't know
What
that.
other stuff did I do?
You used
Add
Octolapse,
supports.
right, to print it?
Yep, it's just octolapse to get that time lapse. Just
With the
zooming in.
Prusa, IK, their model numbers got
i3
MK2S.
MK2S.
2.5W XYZ. So there you
But
go,
super
Prusa
cool print.
printer. Sweet.
Awesome.
All right, well, we got some more community make stuff. We're trying to end the show within 30 minutes, but we always fail at that. So let's look at some other cool stuff. This week, we have a make of the Raspberry Pi Zero case that we made. This gentleman here made it, kind of themed it out a little bit. DIY smart home, put some text on it, and released it as a remix.
Sweet.
Works very well. Shout out to you, sir. And this one, very, very awesome to see this one. This is super cool. This is a respin of the Prop Maker Featherwing Lightsaber. This thing's awesome.
Wow.
It has a really sweet looking hilt design. It's completely redesigned. It has a more secured emitter blade retainer. Here's some lovely photos of the side. It still uses that clamping design that kind of clamps onto those other two pieces. Really, really sweet choice of filament color as it kind of shines too. And there's some extra electronics. So we have a NeoPixel ring that's glowing at the bottom pommel to illuminate that. Got a lot of nice wire stuff going through this kind of wire harness. Still using the threaded coils and things. The Fusion file is also available, I believe. And lots of, yeah, screw fittings and things. Very, very awesome work by AKF Was Here, Thingiverse user, or also known as Andre Fowler. So check him out. Nice write-up. There's some links to some other electronics that he got, but for the most part, it's still a feather wing based project.
So
There's
amazing.
a video as well he uploaded new. I'll have to look at it later. Oh, he also has some improvements, like he broke out the USB here instead of having to take out the blade. Bless you. Here's a shot of it kind of up in the shadow there. It looks really cool. Also did his own blade tip. Is this like a little demo video? I think so.
Oh, come on, play it.
Wow, this thing
Nice.
is so awesome. He used the polycarbonate tube from the Custom Saber shop, I believe. He has it linked there. It's the 40-inch or maybe the 32-inch version.
I saw that he cut it down to 36. Where does it say that? Somewhere I saw
This
it.
is such a fun. Probably my favorite project of the year is this lightsaber.
Gotta know.
So amazing.
Cool.
And I believe he modified the code as well, so you can change the colors or something.
Oh, sweet.
Very sweet. Well, thank you so much, Andre, for sharing that with us. This is super cool. I'm loving it. I really like it when people take the open source designs and just improve onto it, take their own time, and can really make it theirs.
And I love how the,
really what I like to
the
see.
Noble Blue came out on that handle.
Yeah,
That's so
and then
cool.
just seeing it with different materials is really nice too. That shine there, it looks so good.
Wow.
Very, very cool. So great work. You know, I think that's the last. Is that the last? Yep, we got Kevin's design there, and that's going to be it for the community makes. If you guys have any projects you'd like to share with us, you want to get it up on the Adafruit blog, you can email me directly, or email support@adafruit.com. Hit me up on the social channels as well. That's probably the best way to do it. And we thank everybody for sharing their awesome work with the community. If you guys want to pick up anything in the Adafruit shop, you can do so. Get 10% off using coupon code Ninjaflex. When will the Trellis be back in stock?
We're making them as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Let's see, as you're saying that, oh, prop maker is not working.
Oh no.
Definitely the forms for any of that.
Yep.
The
prop maker is fairly, very new product still. So any bugs and things, we definitely want to hear from you so that we can get those sorted out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Adafruit forums or just the project help channel, we'll get in there.
The Discord chat, Mr. certainly has some really good puns on all the segments. Definitely go back and read all those. These are great.
Thank you for those.
And then, what was the other question? There's something else that I saw. I think that's it.
Sweet. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh, Seth Jay on Facebook is asking for Raspberry Pi Zero cases with that'll fit a USB hat. I want to say that I saw one on Thingiverse.
Thingiverse has
they have
by far
so
the
many
most Raspberry Pi cases of any. You're gonna see so many of them there. So really good ones. Some with faces, some with cases.
I think that's going to be it for this
that's going to be it
episode.
for this. We're not done yet, though, for the day. We still have more shows later today. Ask Engineer is at 8 p.m., full hour of Lamar and Phil. Hopefully we get some new products. We'll see some cool stuff. And
I see some
secret
things. It looks super cool.
Okay.
I want to get them now, but then there's more products released like right around minutes before.
Like near the end of the show and tell, we should be posting products like, all right, boom, live. So show and tell happens at 7:30 p.m. It's a chance for you guys to share your projects with the world, with Lamar, with Phil, and the world. We really appreciate you guys when you do so. It's Lamar and Phil's best half an hour, so why not go there and let them see what you're working on.
We'll be there hanging out.
We'll be there.
Come say hi.
Yes. And if there isn't room, we'll jump out and we'll let people in. It's another thing that people don't know, but now they do.
Oh, Kirby's saying that there is a case in the shop that has cutouts for the hats.
Oh yeah, we sell pie cases too. How did I forget? So you can just type in pie case into the search and you get a couple of them here.
The hats.
Don't know if it the hats. Or this one?
One of these should. I'm sure it says right on there. Fits hat.
You can have the top, remove the top. Yeah, there's a bunch here you can filter through. A lot of different colors and things. Yeah. Sweet. Check it out. There's also a Lego one.
He says ID 3252 should do it.
3252? There it is.
There you go.
Pi Zero. Sweet. That's some quick detective work, Kirby.
Awesome.
Good work. Well, excellent. I gotta go model some parts for an extrusion. No, I'm looking forward to it. I really want to get it done. Because stuff. There's a part right there I gotta test out. Make sure the tolerances work. That's gonna be it for us. Folks, thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget the coupon code is Ninjaflex. We'll have another one today. And we'll have another one tomorrow. Because John Park is going up tomorrow, 4 p.m. every Thursday. You can check out John Park. Build something live. Learn some Make Code minutes. And some CircuitPython, of course.
Yep.
So thank you, John. And thank you, folks, for keeping us a venture capital-free company, 100% woman-owned, amazing people with great benefits, because you guys are buying stuff, and this is how we're able to keep this going, so we really appreciate it. And we can inspire everybody to keep on making a great day. That's going to be the end of the show.
Think you said it.
Yeah.
Let's make a great day, everybody.
Yeah, let's look at the fail thing here.
Oh, yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah.
This week's fail.
Oh, it's such a cool one. This is such a fun design. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're just
people might have seen it. It was retweeted. I will be releasing this time-lapse earlier since we want to make it in time for Hanukkah.
Yes.
Super awesome build for that.
Yeah.
Showed off
so what happened here? Was it the strike? We didn't Z-hop it enough?
Z-hop was turned off on this.
So the printer will hop to the next layer, like go like this and go ooh, ooh, so it won't trip over a little piece of plastic that might curl up from being, from cooling too fast, for example. It'll curl up.
Glad you mentioned it. The lift option, I
vertical
think,
lift.
vertical lift messed with the Z hop.
Oh, so they clashed. They didn't know which one.
Yeah, for whatever, it must be a bug in Cura. So if you want to have your Z hop, turn off lift, which I think all it does is just move out of the way to let parts cool down, which didn't really need that here. There's so many islands, it'll cool on its own.
Exactly.
So
well, sweet. Well,
turn off lift if you want to enable the Z hop.
There you go. All right, folks. We'll see you
next
tonight.
week.
Bye.